Welcome back, guys. Sherry here. Now, I've had several of you guys ask me if there is still a duplication glitch for materials that works in the 1.1.2 version of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And there is. However, it is just a little bit of a setup to get it going, but I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Now, what we have to do this is a multi-shot bow. Now, guys, you can get a multi-shot bow from the Yiga clan, but the best place to get a multi-shot bow is from Lynels. Now, if you don't know how to kill a Lynel, or you're just a little anxious about trying to kill a Lynel, I will leave a link in the description, and I'll show you exactly how to kill these guys. And it is no skill needed to be able to do this. However, you're probably only going to get a 3x multi-shot bow, and the best bow to have is a 5-shot. So I'm going to show you exactly how to get that as well. Okay, so let's make our way on over to the Elden region, and what we're looking for is called an Octorok. Now, if you head north, you're going to find several of them right along this path. But once you find one, take a picture of these guys. That way you can target them with your sensor, and they're scattered all throughout the Elden region. Now, if you don't have the sensor and you'd like to see how to get it, you can click the link in the upper right hand corner. I'll also leave a link in the description. And all we want to do is drop our multi-shot bow in front of him. Now, be careful. He is going to spit some fireballs at you, but he will suck this up, he will shine it up, and he will spit it out with a modifier. Now, as you guys have let me know, you don't have to wait on the animation. As long as he has it in his mouth, you can go ahead and kill him, and your multi-shot bow is going to be fine. Let's pick it up, and it does not matter what modifier we get on this thing the first time, because we have to do this a couple more times. So go find yourself another Octorok, because you can only shine one weapon once with each Octorok. You have to wait until a blood moon and let these guys respawn before you can do it again. But let's go ahead and get a second modifier on this multi-shot bow. And once again, it does not matter what modifier it is, because we have to do it a third time. And once you do it the third time, I would highly suggest you save your game before you encounter the third Octorok. That way, just in case you don't get the modifier, you can always go back and reload your game. Now, I was able to get this the first try on the third Octorok, so I don't know if it's going to automatically just go ahead and give you the ×5 shot when you do this 3 times with an Octorok, but just in case, go ahead and save your game. Now, I haven't tried, so you might can do this with a regular bow. I don't know. Someone let us know in the comments. But next, let's make our way over to Lookout Landing. Actually, we're going to go just a little south of Lookout Landing. We're going to go right here where we see all of these construction materials. And now let's just use our Ultra Hand, and let's go ahead and grab one of these large boards, and we're just going to lay it on the ground. And then let's grab another large board. Now, guys, when you've got these kind of up in the air and you're flipping them around, if you want to just lay them flat, hit the ZL, and it will actually just straighten these things out, and you can start over. But after we build one of these, where we've got one on the ground and one at a 90-degree angle, let's use auto build and let's build another one. Just be really careful and don't use the auto build to where it's going to pull one of your boards off. And we're going to do this twice. Now, we don't want the double, so just make sure and grab the single one where right here like this. And then let's go ahead and let's attach this one to what we already have over here. So you should have 3 of these lined up. And it should look something about like this. Now let's run over here and get these smaller boards. And we're just going to grab 2. Let's put those on the ground and let's attach those to where they are flat. Now, mine didn't look flat, so I just kind of took it apart and did it again. But let's just put those together, and they should look something about like this. And then we're going to grab these, and we're just going to tilt it once, just kind of at an angle. And now let's attach it right here on the end of these boards. Now, once you get it finished, you can kind of run around. This is what it's supposed to look like. Now, once we get this done, let's grab one of our Zonai devices, and we are going to grab this stake. And what we want to do with this stake is we want to put it on this end. Now, just turn it around to where the sharp edge, or I guess the sharp point, is pointed towards you. And what you have here is it should look something like this. And we should be able to stick that in the ground like so, and it should be able to stay there. Now, let's go into our auto build and find what you just built and let's save it as a favorite. Now to do this, all you have to do is hit the Y button. And when you hit the Y button, you're going to get that little purple flag with a star in it in the upper right hand corner. That means it's saved to your favorites. Okay, so now let's just leave that behind and we're going to make our way over here to the Hyrule Field Chasm. Now it's really important here, guys, you want to save your game because we're getting ready to duplicate some items, but we don't want to get all of this set up again. So make sure and save your game. And here's the location on the map. It's just a little more south of where we just were from those building materials. Okay, so now all we're going to do is jump in the chasm. Now when you get into the chasm, guys, start looking northeast. And use your paraglider, and you might want to be slow about this. And look at your mini map on the right hand side. We're looking for the coordinates that's about a negative 135, 140. So just kind of allow Link to glide down, and I'm going to continue to let this play. I'm not going to speed anything up. Right here at about a 135, start heading towards the wall, and we're going to land right here in this area. It's about a negative 147, 148. But this is where we want to be. And then just turn Link around. And what we're going to do here is we're going to use auto build. And we're going to build exactly what we just built on the surface. So let's use auto build to build it. Now you might have to kind of turn it around and get it in position. But we want it to make a V. So you got to tilt it until it looks like a V. Once you get it to look like a V, let's hit auto build and build this thing. But as soon as you hit auto build, then go into recall, hit it with recall, then let's use ultra hand and we're going to grab it. Now once you got a hold of it, we're just going to pull this towards us because we're going to stick it into the wall. Just push it down as far as you can get it and then stick it into the wall. Now I didn't like this where I put it the first time, so I grabbed it and readjusted it. So I just want to show you guys, if you don't like where you put this the first time, you can always move it because we want it a little bit over here on the left so that we don't drop our items that we're trying to duplicate. But when you jump on this thing, it should be around a negative 156, 155, 157, somewhere around in there. And we're just going to shoot right up here in this area. Now let's duplicate some diamonds because that's what everybody likes. But we just want to shoot them up here, as you can see, right in this little red area. Now you can see as I shot, I've got 5 of them up there. Now we can have 21 items out of our materials, so don't shoot more than 20 or they will start to disappear. And try not to shoot in the same area because you will break them. Now after we shoot about 20 up here, all we're going to do is just run back. And you may have to run to the top of this platform or either look up to get these to fall. And once they fall, there you go, guys. We've got a bunch of diamonds. Now, I do want to mention if your bow starts to almost break or it starts flashing red, you can always go back to an Octorok and get him to shine it up. But when you do this, it may only give you back a 3 times shot. So you'll have to do the whole Octorok thing and do it all over again and go through 3 Octoroks to get a 5 shot. But you can do this and keep from breaking your bow and losing it until you can either get another one or something like that. But here I did some more diamonds. But let me do something else. Let me shoot some eyeballs up here so you can kind of see where I'm shooting at. Okay, now the eyeballs show up a lot better. This way you guys can kind of see where you need to shoot on the wall. Now some of them broke, but as you can see, I've got quite a few. And then we just run back and we collect them. But now if you'd like to see how to kill Gleeoks, extremely easy, click here. I hope this helps, guys. If you enjoy content like this, show me with a like. If you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing. And I'll just catch you guys next time.